Hello, everyone.
Oh, not ready!
No!
Hello, and welcome to Wreckage of the Old Boats.
How dare you!
Well, we're not ready. None of us are ready.
We're never ready.
Since when were we bluey?
You see, audience, that's our secret. We're never ready.
You see 25 to 28 people watching us right now.
No, I don't. We're currently recording, so I can't see
Exactly.
people.
Well, I can't see them either.
You know, if we could get onto a stage at one point, that would be great, and just look at the audience of chairs.
Let's cut out the middleman and find them at their houses, and then the police put us in the jail.
Just,
Anyway,
just put our faces against their windows and be like, "Hi, want to play a game with us or watch us play a game?"
Christ will not save us. Okay, so last we left off, things had occurred. You went into temple, and you know what? You used it like
We did ourselves a finish of the Naga Temple.
Yep,
Yes.
That's the thing we did.
Now, before we begin, there's something I want to ask the boys.
The boys?
Yes.
Yes, the boys. Can we go back to the screen where the stats, where the parties are?
I'd love
Yes,
to.
this.
Sure, yeah.
Do you guys want to send some of our NPCs on a side quest?
Probably a good idea.
Let's see here. Local farmers are complaining about the sheer amount of cattle and crops disappearing, and suspect creatures within an abandoned mine. So
I wanted to send Bubbles to give her some dank experiences. Do you guys have anyone in particular you want to send?
Robin would be very good at that, actually. Because if they're creatures, then Robin knows a thing about creatures or two.
So the question I have to ask is what is the max party amount you can send?
I assume however many fill those boxes.
Yeah, the amount of boxes there are there.
So 3.
I would say.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
After which I will determine on how that goes.
All right. So I think we're gonna need Jula Babre. So
That's Vivi.
I know we're gonna need Jula Babre. So
Oh, okay. I thought you meant for that mission.
no. I figure we use all the non-being used NPCs that.
Plus one that is being used, but
Yeah, which just means we're not going to get a +1 to our insights.
yeah. Or be able to reroll one survival check, but
Yeah, I forgot
Who
about
knows?
that one.
Anyway, let me just tink off that bonus to insight real quick. There we go.
Same here.
Okay. So, for now, I'm going to say this is going to be this little mission, the side quest, the stuff I have set up for the NPCs will be happening in between sessions, and the next session I will write down what has occurred during their stuff.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan. Just wanted to make sure that we were good on the doing of the thing.
All I can say is girl power.
Yep.
Yeah.
I noticed
Girls'
the
night out.
majority, yeah,
I think we have one male ally right now.
Yar.
All right. So yeah, you send off Bubbles, Robin, and Vivi to deal with the rumors of local farmers complaining about the sheer amount of cattle and crop disappearing and suspected creatures within an abandoned mine.
Well, yes, I do. Yes, we do.
Okay. So while that's going on,
Better move Bubbles, Vivi, and all them.
I'll put them in the sea.
Sploosh.
Where'd you put her? Where is she?
I put her on Aaron.
Yes, the running gag of Bubbles managing to hide even from the GM.
How dare? Okay, the weenie drug's not there. And where the fuck is Vivi?
Did you even put Vivi on this map?
Well, I guess I don't need to. Anyway. Okay, so you've got a ship full of kobolds now. Each day you're going to have to pay them at least 2 silver each.
Well, Aaron already paid for like 10 days, so...
By accident, mind you. She's just like, this seems like a good amount to pay these guys. Gives them 36 gold. Gives them like 32 gold.
Yeah. 10 days is going to be the amount of time. Okay, so I heard you discussing, at least before, that you wanted to do something revolving around the 3 villages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus, bringing them together in holy
In holy
into form
kingdom
some kind of kingdom approximation, possibly with the council, like government, where each one has a leader person from the village and is like, okay, here's what we're thinking about these places and all that stuff, you know? So they don't just have like a dwarf in charge of the kingdom that decides to make laws that are dick moves about the Yonti and the werewolves and all that shit, you know?
I'd say a council of some kind.
Yeah, that's some kind of democracy council thing.
Democracy Council.
I mean, yeah, it'd be good.
But in order to do this, we need to, actually convince them.
Where's Fathom?
This is the truth.
No,
I
seriously.
think near the door.
He's
Which
over
door?
here blending into the carpet.
Oh, there he is!
These guys aren't here anymore. Heck.
Let's see. I need to add his health, apparently.
I mean, I'm not sure we need health for this session, but
Yeah, but I mean, I like to see it.
Never know.
Now, I know no one else probably can see it. Can anyone else see it?
I can't see it. I still don't know why Aaron keeps having that fucking green dot.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I assume we were keeping track of something at some point. Alright, so what are you doing first?
Well, Aaron is gonna see if she can't, have a meeting with these people and, all at the same time to discuss it with them to be so she doesn't accidentally leave someone out or something, and also not have to repeat this several times, to try and see what their thoughts on this are, and also try and convince them that it would be a good idea, even if just to kind of be closer together. They don't even have to necessarily be a kingdom so much as just being okay, if Sal decides to come back and attacks one of you, you guys are within walking distance of being able to help stop that.
Partially, this was Jacob's idea. Finding that out.
Wait, it was?
Yeah, remember you wanted to be able to help protect the people from Sal if she comes back?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's true.
No, maybe he wanted to do it personally and just stick here the whole time.
Aha! Well, this idea spawned from your idea, then.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, fair.
And this way, they don't have to rely on us to be here.
Or just outsiders in general. We can't guarantee that everyone they meet is going to be like us and just want to help. Or, want to help without some sort of profit or something.
True.
And we can't be, too safe for the outsiders either. One of the villages for 4 nights a month turning into uncontrollable werewolves.
Speaking of, we should look into finding a way to help them with that later.
Yes.
I mean,
wonder
I could...
if, what was her name again?
Criella?
I wonder if Criella ended up... is actually coming by. She should have the old lady that knows more about the werewolf stuff than anyone else, right?
Yeah, come to think of it, we haven't heard from her for a while, huh?
Jacob just kind of stands there a little bit, Okay.
Anyway,
I
I'm
agree with
gonna
everything.
see if I can meet up with these guys and discuss this with them.
Right. I'll come with. Yeah, that's the thing I'll do.
Alright, so what, are we gonna just each go to a village and try to bring them all together or something?
I was thinking meet up with, like, village leaders at the same time and discuss it that way.
So you want to split up and grab a village leader each?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot faster than going one by one and just... I don't know. Your plan? You go.
Okay, so Auron's gonna, like, start figuring out how to gather up these people and get them to one location so they can discuss future plans.
Okay. All right then. So I'm going to say, getting the Yonti as well as the werewolf village to come over is pretty simple. But the dwarf village, however, is a bit concerned.
All right.
Jacob's gonna go ahead. Jacob's gonna focus his attention there. He's like, okay, so what? Did they give a reason? Maybe.
Are you going by yourself to the dwarf village?
I mean, unless Aaron wants to come with.
Assumedly, she would have to go there at some point to discuss with them and learn that they are being stubborn butts.
So the real question is, did you go to the dwarf village with Aaron?
Yeah, I'm going with her then. Yeah.
How about you, Fathom? What you doing?
You know, Fathom realizes that... I realize that these two are glowing with personality and trustworthiness, and I want to know more about this thing. He holds up the gun.
Oh boy.
Or the crossbow look-alike.
Okay. Okay. So, what you doing with that gun, Fathom?
Well, I'm going to do one of those or downtime activities called training, where given enough free time and the services of an instructor, a character can learn a language or pick up a proficiency with a tool.
Mm-hmm.
So, given that I don't have an instructor to be able to gain the proficiency with a tool,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to teach myself how to use this.
Okay. Well, given its structure, I'm going to say this is going to take about a week to figure this out.
About a week to figure it out, but not be proficient in. Because training it in a language or tool takes at least 10 work weeks, but reduce this time by a number of work weeks equal character's intelligence modifier. An intelligence penalty doesn't increase the time needed. Training costs 100 gold pieces per work week.
All right. Well, here's my question: has Fathom at any point in time used a crossbow?
In terms
Or
of,
does he have proficiency with crossbows?
yeah, there's the actual thing I can look up. Let's see. Ranger, I'm assuming so.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ranger. But according to this, it says proficiency simple and martial weapons. I think a crossbow is a martial weapon.
Correct.
Hooray!
Well, there's several different types of crossbows. There's one simple crossbow and there's a martial crossbow. These two of them. There's a hand crossbow and then there's the heavy crossbow. So,
okay.
Anyway, the thing about this is I'm thinking it in this direction. It's more about adjusting the way you already fire something to adapt to this specific weaponry, which isn't too far away from a crossbow. I mean, like it is in a certain sense, but not that much.
The general functionality is similar enough to a crossbow that most of your training period is basically just adjusting for the differences that are there. Is what you're saying?
Yes, although if you want to learn its entire functions and how it works, I would say the 10 work suites thing.
Yes, I would like to become proficient in using this tool.
Of destruction. Alright, sure. It's going to take 10 work weeks.
Minus my intelligence?
Minus your intelligence.
Alright, so 9 work weeks.
Huzzah!
Because it was intelligence modifier, right?
Okay, work week is 5 days.
Yeah, modifier.
So that's 45 days of working on gun,
Okay.
assuming he works nonstop.
Yeah,
Yep. Now,
Okay.
the question that I have to ask in this case, would the training cost 100 gold pieces per work week if I don't have an instructor in doing so?
Oh yeah, you don't have an instructor. I would say to acquire the various tools and the equipment to study this would replace the cost.
Okay.
Like getting targets, comparing it to other materials, figuring out constructing special tools to open and close it, maybe.
So would that be still 100 gold pieces per week then?
Yes.
All right. So that in and of itself.
Also, we can say that an amount of that went to being able to replicate the ammunition so that he doesn't just have however many shots were loaded into the weird crossbow.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, I have an idea of what the ammunition, as far as the ammunition goes.
All right. So I would end up spending 900 gold pieces overall in that case for the training itself, leaving me with 478 gold. I'm just noting that down here.
400 what?
I'll have 478 gold pieces left after.
That's a good thing you went. It's a good thing you went to that temple and got a whole bunch of gold.
45 days. Well, I mean, I had a boatload of platinum to begin with. I still could have afforded this, which is just 90 platinum. I had 900. But yeah, that's still going to take me 45 days to try to learn. So how long is it going to take to gather all the leaders?
Well, I think a solid day for the Yanti and the Werewolf Village. We're going to figure out how the dwarf stuff handles right now.
All right.
All right, and on the way, yep. Lifts
Party
up.
time.
Oh boy.
I didn't notice her.
Party time.
Party time.
It's like,
Anyway,
looks up and about, still recalling that this is
it's in the giant hole.
it's a giant fucking hole, and Jacob's like, ugh.
How dare they be holier than I?
Anyway, was this the village leader person?
Yes, you see him just looking down in the water.
Hello, sir.
Ow!
Is something the matter?
Huh?
You seem to be looking into the pond for some reason.
Yes, I am.
Is something in there?
I would hope not.
It's a nice pond.
Good.
Anyway, I've come to you with a proposal.
I'm kind of old for that. I think I'd be dead by the time.
Not that kind of proposal, sir.
Okay.
I was thinking, for the sake of the safety of the villages, and also for better protection and unity and all of that stuff, we could, at the very least, keep them closer together so that there's less danger if people attack from outside. Like when Sal comes, you could just very easily go to intercept instead of like having to run for an entire day to go help other people. And also kind of uniting as a central government, with each village having a representative leader to form some sort of council. So that way you would have a political presence in the world, and also you would be able to unite and help each other with all sorts of things around the village.
Jacob just kind of looks.
Making the villages into a kingdom, if you would.
Jacob looks over at Aaron and seeing this entirely different person in front of him.
The dwarf leader takes his glasses, puts them down, cleans them with his robes, put them back on his face. God damn, they smudged it up a bit more. Well, that was a mouthful.
Sorry if I talked your ear off there.
They'll fall off by themselves. Anyway, well, that's quite quite an idea. I suppose it would help if we had other people to whack various bandits, highwaymans, and orcs away if they try to steal our junk.
Exactly. You're stronger together than you are alone, you know?
Yes, but I don't want to move this. This stuff is made out of stone and marble. Can't push that. Do you see these weak old man arms? It'll break me in two.
Jacob's just Jacob's gonna look over this guy and try and determine if this is literally his only problem with this plan.
Okay, so what villages you had in mind?
She names the villages because I swear to God I cannot remember their names for the life of me.
Shit, neither can I.
Chisel,
I know
hammer, and corkscrew, or something like that.
Shrews.
Chisel.
Well, let's take a look. Shrews, Chisel, and Wrench. You're in Wrench right now. Shrews and
Okay.
Chisel, respectively, are Yanti and Woof.
Woof.
So, several problems with this, and I've heard some stories from some of our soldiers coming back. The populace from Shrews are all Lycans, and the Yanti, who creep me the hell out.
If that's the only problem, then the villages themselves could be closer together but still separate, so that way you wouldn't have to interact if you didn't want to, but people who do want to interact, those from the other villages or those from a newer generation who want to try changing things, could still interact if they wanted to. Plus, you would still have the unity and all of that stuff.
Roll me persuasion.
Alrighty. Just normal persuasion?
I don't know. These are racist dwarves. Disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Correct.
Okay.
Watch, she rolls the same number twice.
Nope.
I think that's the lowest I've ever seen you roll on any charisma check.
That's a 4.
God. Okay.
So he rolled a 4 and a 7.
Well, so who do we determine's in charge of this union?
Well, like I said, it would be a sort of council. You'd have leaders from each of the villages to be able to collaborate and do things that would benefit that would benefit all three of you. So, for example, the Yanti council person couldn't just sort of implement a law that says they're allowed to just tie you guys up for no reason, you know?
That does sound like something they do.
Jacob's like, or you know, the werewolf, or you know, the people over in, forget how you said werewolf, or you know, No, out of character. You forgot this. Anyway,
Good job.
I don't know you. How do you know it's out of character?
or the
distinct thing.
Or the people of Shrews can vote on a thing as to whether or not they can get additional bones for their village. Not that they'd need them for any reason. Ever. No, they never need it.
I've already stated out loud that I know, and I've heard from the soldiers who've come back, that the villagers are Lycans.
Oh.
I don't know why you're trying to lie to me right now, and it makes me hurt right here in my heart place.
It's not a lie. I just
Oh yes, a lie of omission. How dare you?
What?
Goddamn
Aaron
humans.
just pats Jacob on the shoulder.
Back in my day, there was a human I knew, but he died because he couldn't last longer than a century. This has nothing to do with this conversation. But I just thought I'd bring it up.
Anyway.
Yep. And
so,
Jacob.
what? They can move, I suppose, slightly closer to us, but we shan't be moving. I suppose some kind of running distance would be fair. Crap.
This is bad. I'm going crap.
Jacob's
Crap, hold on. The GM has to think of dialogue for me. Okay. I don't particularly like the fact that that the aunties would have an equal say in matters.
Why not?
They have a series of unorthodox rituals and culture that is very concerning and makes me slightly disturbed.
Jacob's like, well, when you think about it,
Okay.
if they have their culture,
Mhm.
which is unorthodox and weird, but then they must think the same of your culture. Therefore, both of you think each other is weird, and therefore, everything is entirely normal because.
Aaron just paps Jacob on the forehead. What he's trying to say is that the people of Shrews, was that the werewolf one, Gate?
Yes, that was a werewolf.
Okay. The people of Shrews would also have say, so if you guys and the people of Shrews agree, then the Yanti wouldn't be able to just implement their weird culture ritual thingy in your space for the heck of it. Each village would have their own space where they'd be free to do sort of what they usually do. Like the people of Shrews kind of having a little hole for when they become werewolves, and the Yanti people doing their stuff in their part of the city, and you guys having your awesome swimming pool over here.
Swimming pool?
Sorry. I just sort of think that whenever I see bodies of water like this.
I don't know. I don't even know if it is.
I imagine so, because you're a fish person and all.
Has it been a swimming pool this whole goddamn time? I'm going to have to ask Redbeard real quick and maybe slap him upside the head. Spent roughly a week making this thing and collecting the water necessary to fill this shit up.
I mean, he did say that there's nothing in it, not even fish.
Maybe it's a reservoir? Okay.
Is it just make sure people's houses aren't connected to it, because it could be something very bad otherwise.
Well, it's 20 feet across.
Oh, I'll get it. So roll me persuasion again. This time normal.
Okay. And
Sting some dwarf
persuasion,
made
normal. There we go.
Well, how deep is it, Gate?
That's a good question. 30 feet.
Yeah, it's a dwarf-made lake.
Dwarf Lake, huh? Okay.
Arin, like, smiles happily.
I'll have to get this set up and talk to the rest of the elders.
Jacob gives a little salute and's like, "Thank you for your time." And he's it appears as though Jacob's not entirely there.
He just looks to you, is like, who do you think will die first, me or you? Of old age, I mean. You think I got a couple of centuries in me?
Jacob's like, I don't know. I do eat greens. So
You're going to need them.
Nom 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 nom.
You're going to eat every green you can.
it's like Jacob's like
her hair.
how do you
How long do dwarves usually live, sir?
350 years is the average.
Wow, that's a long time.
Why do I get the feeling that us humans get the short end of the stick?
Hey, you do? It's hilarious.
I mean, everybody else gets to see in the dark, and they live for hundreds of years, and they get, like, really sweet deals there. We just have we're just kind of. He looks at himself, us.
Amusing.
And we only live for, 60 years?
But perhaps you were Bleeze's fart joke.
Anyway, I'm gonna talk to the other villages so that they know you've agreed to at least consider the idea, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
If you want, I can jump into the water and swim around to see if there's anything in there.
You know what? Give it a look. See what the hell's in there.
Alrighty. Arin splashes in.
Okay. Okay. So you see, this is a pretty clear water, but as it would go down, it'd be harder to see to say like the bottom or something. Mm-hmm. And you can see right at the center of it, there's this circular vent covered by
funny.
bars.
Arin peeks down the vent.
Okay. Roll me perception.
Alrighty. And perception. Wow.
It is
Incredible, Arin.
It is absurdly dark under through this vent. But
Arin suddenly has an idea.
you see this, feel this rush of water coming from it at least.
Arin rummages through inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out the candle of the deep and swims back up. Can someone light this for me? There's something down there and I'm not sure what it is. It's really dark.
Candle of the deep? What?
Yeah, I got it at the shop, one of the magic shops a while ago. It's a candle that lets you have a fire in the water.
Jacob goes over and uses his tinderbox to light the fire.
Okay.
Because I have that.
These items that Gate forgot that we have, apparently.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah,
with
we forget we have these items too.
with the newfound light source, Arin goes back down to investigate the vent thingy.
Okay. Okay. So you go down, you investigate the light, and you put the light up to the vent, and you see this. Well, you see the tunnel go further down and down, but you see weird. What's the word? Oh, okay. So you see like there's this What the hell can I come up with word for this?
Like symbols or?
There's symbols there.
Symbols? Okay, you do see, like, debris passing to, like, the right. Like, there's a secondary tunnel connected to this one.
Huh, that's weird. So Arin swims back up and tells the village elder what she found.
Now this is really strange. I thought this was a pool or a reservoir.
Jacob's like, you sure it doesn't lead to someone's house, does it?
What? Why would it? What are you talking about?
I mean, you're sure this doesn't lead into like a sewer system or something?
Can I roll to see if I have any idea what this might be?
Insight.
Insight. It's too bad that we sent Bubbles on an adventure so that we don't have a fucking hell, Arin!
Can't see, but she can see.
She knows stuff about water systems because she's from a water kingdom. Shush.
Yeah, exactly that. I'm not sure if I'm using this word correctly. I'm gonna type it into Google, make sure.
I guess I must know about digital systems because I'm from a digital kingdom.
Digital kingdom?
As royalty, she would probably need to know the workings of various, like, tech, quote-unquote, around the waterlands so that she would be able to address the concerns of the peasantry. At the very least, like, not even knowing how to operate it, just knowing, like, oh, this is a thingy. It is for when you do this. You know?
Arn becomes the ruler of the council.
Okay, channels, like a water channel. Okay. It's a water channel used for distributing water into various places, but it looks like absurdly old kind of thing. Like this has been here for a while.
Come to think of it, I think I've seen stuff like this back in my homeland before. It's like a water channel. It's used for distributing water places, but it looks really old.
Nice verbatim.
Goodness.
Wow, that really shut up the entire area.
Like everyone just staring about this revelation.
Yeah, they're staring and pondering. We'll have to check these out later. What the heck else could this be connected to?
I'd offer to swim through for you, but I don't know how wide it is. I might get stuck.
Yeah, that would be probably pretty terrible.
Arin sets the candle, kind of blows the candle out, puts it away, and then climbs out the water.
Very odd. Very odd.
Oop. Hey, leave her alone.
I
Sorry.
remember this being built right when I was just a wee man of 22.
Gosh, how old are you now?
He has to think for a moment. He's stroking his beard.
A lot older.
Well, I'm definitely older than 300, I think, but I've stopped celebrating my birthday because all of my grandchildren are dead.
You've lived a really long time then.
What the heck happened to his grandchildren?
Also, didn't he say that dwarves lived to like 300?
Yeah,
Or
350 average.
Bears. That's it. Just bears.
Constant and unrelenting swarms of fire from the sky. I don't know how that happened, but it was quite surprising to see at my 254th birthday. And that's the time the sword in the sky was pointed directly downward at my cake.
Blink.
I hear foreshadowing.
Oh, wait, you were, oh. It's like Jacob's like, oh no.
What's up, Jacob?
That was the, if I'm going to take a wild guess, Jacob's read for, right?
Jacob's what?
Jacob reads a lot, right?
He does probably have him a book knowledge, what with his eyes.
Yeah, he reads. I was wondering, could he have...
Speak. Yeah.
Could he have, so the sword in the sky thing, is he aware of, like, how the world kind of exploded?
Yes.
It's like, oh, you saw that, didn't you?
No, the sword in the sky thing is literally that thing in the sky always.
The
Imp's blade.
Jacob's like, so, like, you had a fire. So fire.
There was fire, yes!
Okay, was there, like, a big lizard, maybe?
Maybe.
God.
I was just running from the fire. Who would look up or down or even sideways? When there's fire, you get some water.
And he lost
Fair
his
enough.
family because of it.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hear what?
You know, I'm sorry to hear about the fire.
That was 100 years ago.
I know, but I just...
Were you there?
No, I wasn't there.
Good. You'd be dead by now if you were.
Anyway, we got what we came for, and Orin did a favor for these guys. Should we see what Nace is doing?
Probably, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. No, wait.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
All right. So that these two definitely aren't here in the boat. Okay. So you're fiddling around with the gun right now, right?
I am in my room doing this.
Okay. You're in your room fiddling around with the gun. What you doing with it?
Well, I does me a dozen of inspections and trying to figure out this thing has ammunition since it's like a crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get to ammunition?
Roll me investigate.
Investigation. There we go. Normal.
Oh, that's a single digit. Okay, so whilst you're fiddling around with it, you accidentally press the trigger, and this beam of light shoots out and hits into the wall.
Yeah, because all the books are taken.
Yeah, I was gonna say it burns all your books. Wait, they're also gone. It hits the wall,
and the thief.
and you notice the wall itself is severely burned.
Wow!
There's like a hole through it.
Oh, so this is like a magic-y gun.
Ah! This thing fires firebolts! This is kind of cool. Alright, let's see if I can get to the power source, or figure out if it's unlimited or whatever.
Yes, keep firing to figure out if it's unlimited. Nope, it stopped.
Oh no, I'm not gonna keep firing.
Also, don't fire in that direction.
Fire in that direction. Kill him.
You know what? Considering a 1,
Mm-hmm.
I put out the fire on my sleeve. Okay, so this thing is quite dangerous. Still need more. I still need to figure this thing out a little more. Might be magical, so. And then a little bit of a. Where would they be? Are they there? No. Where are they? They're there. Time lapse. Hey, Jillibri!
Ah! Hello!
Hey! So, got a bit of a question about something.
Yeah, shoot.
Funny you should say it like that.
Funny you should say it like that. So, I got this crossbow thing that fires fire.
Fire.
Yeah. And since I'm thinking it's kind of magical, I can't really tell or anything. Maybe you could help.
Oh, okay. I'll give myself a look at this.
Is
what
this
is it?
magical?
Let me roll for her real quick. Let's see. Where the hell are your allies situated?
Allies are under the allies.
Was that insight or investigation that she had to roll?
Oh, whoops.
Oh, good
God
point.
damn it. Because she does have proficiency in
Or is it
investigating.
Arcana that she would have to roll? Because I'm asking for magic. If it's
Hmm.
magic.
Well, it's marginally better.
Well, that sounds like it would be magic. Slowly slipping into the old man voice, fuck. Possibly. I can't see why it wouldn't be if it shoots fire out of it.
You want me to shoot it so that you can tell? To see what kind of magic it could be then?
Fire away.
I suggest going outside first, but I mean, I'm not here, so I can't suggest that.
I was patient enough and polite enough to not interject into your conversations with the racist dwarf king.
all right. I'll shut up.
Okay.
Maybe we need to take this outside.
Okay.
You know, with this, I don't want to hurt your ship any further than I already have. So,
Well, I'm waiting for Fier to cook me something anyway.
good job, Fier!
Okay, I'm making something called a pizza.
Sounds awesome!
Heck yes. Okay, so you are outside, and you
So-
fall 300 feet and die instantaneous. I'm kidding.
I thought we were landed, I was about to say.
Yes, you're landed.
So, with the investigation being a 1 that I did I figure out how I fired it?
No. You learned absolutely nothing from that one.
Okay, just making sure. So I did. Hold on. I need to look at this thing a little more closely. I'm gonna look around and I want to see if I can notice a trigger.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can see one. I don't know how I'd justify any
Okay.
roll to that type if it's literally physically in front of your face.
All right, just making sure then.
Okay, so yeah,
I
you
think
see,
this thing.
well, you see roughly 3 buttons on it: the trigger and 2 other ones. Don't know what they do.
I pulled the trigger because that's how crossbows are fired.
Okay, it fires off again.
Ha! There. What do you think of that?
That looked like some radiance magic to me.
Radiant magic.
Yeah. What voice am I going with? Fuck.
I don't know.
That looked like some radiant magic to me.
Oh, you just said, huh? That's it.
Yes, I
Alright.
did. Well, like like a hum of acknowledgement. That's a normal thing. You've heard those before. You must have.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, see, there we go. How dare you?
What did I do?
You know what you did.
I wonder
So I
what
suppose.
What?
So I suppose another thing is to figure out, perhaps if it's enchanted or if it has a source of fire.
Right, that's what I was trying to find out, and I thought you being all magic voodoo and all that you would be able to know this.
Well, not off the bat. There's so many magic items in the world that having an encyclopedic knowledge of all of them would be just physically impossible. Unless you'd like some kind of weird knowledge weirdo, I guess. Some kind of nerd, maybe.
Like
Also,
a djinn?
magic.
Oh.
Go ahead.
You mean like a djinn? Or genie?
Like a genie?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose because it can cast a wish spell, but, I don't think that counts as knowing all of them. Does it?
I don't know. I think we need to pay that guy a visit.
The
Maybe
gym?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay, I guess.
So, I remember that we had like a little transportation circle that we could use, right? Or, oh damn it, it was with Criella. And she took my books!
What were your books about?
Various things. Primarily dealing with alchemy stuff and stuff I had from my
Okay.
parents.
Stelly?
And
Okay.
more things,
Go on.
you know.
What, did you steal your porn? Anyway,
Ye old porn.
medieval porn.
I feel
Stella.
I feel like
Stella,
medieval
look.
porn is just like people wearing potato sacks and slightly lifting it to show an ankle or something like that.
Stelly?
Very risque.
Hey, Stella.
The lusty Argonian maid, though.
Christ. The lusty lizard folk maid.
The lusty kobold maid.
Please.
And there's a whole
Okay.
cafe with kobold maids.
Sorry. So you're able to associate at least the trigger with it being able to fire.
Great. Day one done.
Yeah. There we go. You figured out how to fire it.
So wait, did you guys go to the dwarf village first, or the other two first?
I think we went to the... I guess we went to the dwarf village first. So Aaron and Jacob spend the next 2 days informing the shrews in the Yanti place about this.
All right.
And then I guess help supervise the subsequent meeting between all three groups.
Okay. Yeah, because we're at 53-ish right now, so I wanted to know if that was just a one-day thing, because this would essentially be my 1 day of learning my... day one of 45. I seriously have 45 days to try to figure this thing out.
Day one. Okay.
Assumedly, days 2 through 4 are spent making progress, and Aaron and Jacob doing the thing that I said earlier.
Yeah, I don't think I would need to be doing a whole bunch of checks, would I? Because end of 45 days of investigating.
You don't need to continue making checks. After that, you basically know everything about that gun.
Okay.
The ins and outs.
So I guess unless there's other events you'd like Featham to end up running into, like nasty events that I don't really want him to be dealing with just right now by himself for the most part.
Yeah, that would be pretty nasty, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would.
How many enemies do you have?
Featham has 1.
Yes.
And Seabreeze, so 2. He basically has a demon chasing after him and Seabreeze.
The mean breeze.
Meme breeze.
Mean breeze.
Mean breeze.
And we're building a kingdom.
We're building a
essentially.
kingdom.
Okay, so I'm going to ask: Are you literally going to be going about the process of construction and?
Assumedly, there's going to be some construction, by which I mean moving the villages closer together.
How close is the Dwarf Village to the Yanti Temple?
A couple miles.
Oh, okay, so not that far. No, yeah, that should actually be a good separation point where the Yanti Temple is the center point for the Yanti Village.
We could have the dwarf village as this, the Yanti village and their temple like that, and then the werewolves
I forgot about him.
like this, or something.
Who'd you forget about?
Him.
The imp dude.
Yeah, he's still in the cage. Dina Fry.
Something like this, and then like once all of that is moved, we build some sort of central council building like here, so that they can have a nice neutral ground to discuss things, so that dwarf people don't have to go to Wolf Town and so on.
And, and to make the journey between the different villages easier as well, we could they could eventually construct roads too between everything.
Catapults and trampolines.
So I guess we are doing quite a bit of like building and stuff.
Okay.
Would some of the costs be mitigated by the fact that we're collaborating with 3 entire villages to do this, or?
Give me a second.
It looked like a face. I'm sorry, I had to.
Incredible.
Okay. Potentially. If you want to have any say in the matter as far as the government is concerned, helping out with as far as the construction costs might
I mean, we're going to, at least I'm going to help with construction costs regardless. But I'm wondering if any of it is mitigated by the fact that there's literally 3 villages.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that they have to cover all of the costs, but saying, do we get a discount?
I'd say each village. You know what? Roll me 3 successive persuasion checks. Let's see how much each one.
Can I help?
Yes, you can.
Can I not help?
How does that help? Like, how does help work in this system?
I think as far as helping goes, we would get an advantage. I'm going to say that's going to work for at least one of the villages.
So roll 1 with advantage, and then the other 2 just normally?
Correct.
Okay. Let me just make sure I clicked the right one. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
So that's 1 with advantage.
Yeah.
And then 1 normal.
That's normal!
1 normal. I'm guessing that last one is the dwarf village because they're A, not really moving, and B, a bunch of pretentious assholes.
Well,
I
with
don't
the
see
dwarf
why we
village,
have to chip in too much. Jeez. They're the ones moving.
with the dwarf village, we don't really have to do much with, and the Yanti village is essentially being made around their temple at that point. It's
Mostly-
pretty much the werewolf village that has to move with the most inconveniences.
Yeah, and
Yep,
Jacob's
and also making a new hole for them, or coming up with some other method for them to be safe or keep other people safe from werewolf.
Build a wall.
I mean, I guess we could.
Well, you
Anyway,
need to fortify
okay,
your
so-
Or
defenses.
like some sort of specialized building, like with silver in the walls.
Okay, so I'm just looking at... Okay, so Shrews and the Yanti village are going to be chipping in 750 gold each.
All right.
For a total of 1,500. The dwarf village are going to be chipping in a total of 250.
Okay, so what we have going on now...
So how much is that from our pockets?
Okay, so to build a keep or small castle... No, sorry. To build a guild hall town or city, which I assume is what you're going for, is 5,060 construction days.
So 750 plus 750 plus 250 is 1750 is what they're contributing.
Correct.
Okay, so what? I'm sorry. What was the total? I got distracted a bit by food things.
To make a town or city costs 5,000 gold plus 60 days.
Okay, so what we would need to contribute is of 1750, or 5,000 minus 1750 is 3,250 gold.
So yeah, I can throw some of that into the wind there. Yeah.
I currently have 750 platinum, so I probably could cover the entire rest of it on my own if I really wanted, but...
No, we pretty much were all chipping in with this. Fathom's just like,
all right, just for you guys. Here you go.
Okay, so that number divided by 3.
What I want in return for giving a lot of my money for this, I want a statue of me.
Jacob's like, well, we could. I
want a statue of me. Otherwise, you don't get my money.
Yeah, like a day later, someone constructs a 3-inch statue of you made out of stone.
I want a statue in the middle of the town.
They put the 3-inch statue in the middle of town.
That's life size.
Okay, so we each need to contribute about...
I'm not 2 inches tall!
It's like
1,083 gold, and then it's 0.33333.
okay, so yeah, so if we divide that by 3, that's
bit of a Rooster Teeth reference, but I want a platypus under one arm and to be holding a can of beer into the other.
I'm gonna give that extra gold because I kind of took the 2 extra things from.
All right, so how much money?
Okay, so 1083.
So it's 1083. It's 1083 for you and Niv. 1084 for me.
1083. Okay, I'm gonna throw that in there then. Yep.
So for these 60 days, what I could do is Tim skip.
There are some things that I would like to do, but not that many during these days.
Certainly.
The first being pick up our goddamn magic items when they're ready.
Correct. I'd imagine a good amount of this will be done by the villages themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's
And during that time, as well, while construction is going on,
100.
Jacob is also going to go ahead and he's actually going to go ahead and try to organize the local, because part of this is getting everybody protected and whatnot there.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob's already demonstrated that he has that he's pretty good at military stuff and whatnot. He'd like to volunteer to act as to train people and get everybody organized, basically.
Okay.
So that we can better protect our new town. Yep.
Okay.
Also, while we're doing this and we've got our weapons and stuff, I would like to find someone who knows, I think it's not precognition, the scrying spell.
Okay.
Let me just double check that it's the one that I want. Scrying, use E in here, particular creature you choose. The same thing as... It's something like that, but it's the one that shows the location.
Oh.
You know? Scrying at a location, because I want to see how my kingdom is doing.
I think I've heard of that one. What time are we at right now?
An hour and 4 minutes.
All right, I'll get this all settled together off screen then. See y'all in the next part.
See you in the next part.
So long.